Hey everyone, it's Gina Spriggs, and today's topic is crystal communication. You don't know how many people I know that have never talked to their crystals. And I know it sounds like a strange subject. In fact, I remember the very first time I was in a store in Florida, and the owner of the store was greeted by this guy who came in with this beautiful orb, and he didn't know what it was. And she said, well, let me just hold on to it and I can tell you what it is. And I was like, how the hell can she do that? I mean, I had never heard of that. And we're talking about, this has got to be, gosh, about 15 years ago. So anyway, I thought it was fascinating. And I said, can I try? And I held the crystal and I felt absolutely nothing. And I smiled and nodded and pretended that I did. And fast forward about 3 years ago, I was in the village. I was hanging out with my family. We went into this store called Sticks and Stones, and I found this beautiful, beautiful crystal orb. And actually, I don't have it with me right now, but it was the first crystal that ever spoke to me. I literally held this crystal in my hand, and all of a sudden, I could feel it. And I said to my sister, oh my God, I can feel this. I said, can you hold this and feel it? And she held it and she was like, oh my God, I feel it. And she told me where she felt it. I felt it in my heart chakra. She felt it in her throat. Afterwards, I had other people hold the same crystal and breathe. And I basically asked them where they felt it. Even I was able to take the crystal back and tell them where they felt it. It was fascinating. So today's class is on crystal communication. And basically what I want to teach you very quickly is how to talk to your crystals. I mean, it's really very simple, and I never thought about it before, and I don't think that anybody teaches this, so I'm going to teach this to you. And if somebody does, good for them. So basically what you do is you can go into a store, you can actually have some crystals that are already in your own home. And you pick up the crystal, and I like to put them in my left hand, but I put my right hand over it. And basically what happens is at that point, I just take a moment, I close my eyes, take a nice deep breath, and I see where I feel it. Now, I happen to be a really big feeler, and I actually want to share with you that if you're not a feeler, you might have an image that pops up in your head. You might hear words that just spring to mind. So at the end of the day, what I want you to know is that your crystal will communicate with you, but I first want you to take a moment to try to feel it, and then I want you to ask it a question. If you're in a store, ask it, are you for me? Should I take you home? See how your body responds. This is a really, really simple thing, and I think that most people probably don't do it because it's so simple. So I invite you to communicate with your crystals at home and also communicate with any future crystals that you decide that you want to purchase. Just take a moment, tap in, see what your crystal has to say, see if it's supposed to be for you, and then decide if you're going to purchase it or not. And then do this with all of your crystals because it's a really cool way to communicate with your crystals. So thank you for your time and happy Sunday.